way you are. What's up, guys? It's your girl Angie. Just coming with the weekly video for consistency purposes because we have not been consistent this week, and I'm gonna tell you why. I hate that word Let's get right to it because this is about to be a really short video because I have a lot of stuff I need to get done. I'll explain in a minute. So let's start with our weekly glow check-ins, okay? Weekly grow and glow. Let's go. Week number 6 was probably the hardest week that I've had yet. Consistency wise, not like movement wise, and I'll tell you why. I had a lot going on this week, like a lot. So squats and wall push-ups, we definitely did those all the way across the board. Bing, 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 bing. All of the bed routine. So the hip hikes, the leg side to sides, the hip raises, and the band crunches. We missed days. In fact, quite a few days. You'll notice 3 days this week, I didn't do them. But because I do have a rule, 1 day is okay. 2 days is creating a new habit. So as you can see, when I missed a day, I would make up for it the next day. Now, I wouldn't do double the, no way I can do that many squats. But, or not squats, but band crunches, because I did my squats this week. So yeah, so this was not that consistent. The squats did get easier this week. I was able to do my squats while I brushed my teeth this morning, so that was great. What felt challenging? My consistency. And did I increase the reps or strength? Yes, we added 2. So this is week 6, so we were on 20 reps. We started with 10. Every week we've added 2. And I think we're going to keep doing that until we get to like 50. And then we might add in some more exercises. But I want to try to keep these as minimal as possible for right now. We are making up for the minimalism with a lot of movement outside of that. So I am out here. I'm going places. I'm doing things. And I'm all over the place. We go for a nightly walk now, me and my nieces and usually my brother. For 2 nights in a row, I did bail. The first night, I just didn't feel like it. And we had to go get some things for Sabrina, which you'll see why here in a minute. And then last night, I was trying really hard to get the website updated with the things for Sabrina. So I skipped the walk 2 times. So this week, we're going for consistency. Week 7 is going to be all about consistency. Let's go with the weekly glow check-in. And next weekend, we'll do our first monthly. So I will, excuse me, I will walk you through a monthly check-in. So here's our weekly, that was our movement. This is our weekly glow. I gained 7 pounds, y'all. At least that's what the thing says. I was 319 and now I'm 326. Like what? Now let's take a breath, take a step back, because anybody who watches a scale is going to be like, oh, not 7. Mother Nature's coming around. We all know that adds some bloating. I made some bad food choices this week, and we're building muscle. And I can tell you we're building muscle because I have ankles. Like, I think I said this before, but my legs are getting more defined. My arms, you can't really tell because I got all the hanging, but they're getting more defined. Like, whew, getting muscles. And my neck muscles, like, I'm definitely seeing some muscles growing in. So we are not focused on the scale. We are focused on consistency. That did kind of hit me a little bit, though, that I'm like, man, 7 is a big number. But we all know how that goes. Especially, let's pause for a second. Especially if you're in, like, the above 250. And as you get to, like, 300 or, like, you know, any higher. Sorry, I got a text message. That's where these numbers are just like a game. Like 7 pounds for a 300-pound person is going to be the equivalent of like 4 pounds for a 200-pound person or a 150-pound person. You know, so the numbers can't scare you. You know, they definitely can't scare you. You can't be ashamed of them. You have to give yourself grace. How I feel this week, I was disappointed with my consistency. That was definitely how I felt this week. But that's okay, because disappointment is my past me telling me that I need to step it up. Eating habits. I did eat regularly. I made sure to prepare my lunches. I've been doing adult Lunchables with pepperoni and cheese, measured out and weighed out, and wheat thins, because those are my new favorite addiction. For lunches, I need to get a little bit better on the whole eating thing and planning thing, but in due time. I had moments of emotional eating. Guess what this week this was? Boredom. I would be waiting for a call, or I would just be sitting here watching TV, and I'm like, man, I'm hungry. No, I wasn't. I made mindful choices and I gave myself grace. Days I moved my body, 7. Even though we didn't get all of the Start Where You Are workout done, there was still 7 days of movement. There's not one day that I spent the entire day in bed. If you spent the entire day in bed this week, that's okay. Sometimes you need it. Type of movement, all the normals. My easiest movement was squats. Hardest movement, still crunches. My new movement, I meant to put none and I put numb. What? That was weird. Anyways, my wins this week. So, my product is now my Glow Up Vibery wax melts. I don't have all of them right here with me, but here's 2. My Glow Up Vibery wax melts are now in an actual practice. There's a chiropractic practice up north. I have a friend who works the desk there now. She was my PT, my very first PT physical therapist when my back went out. But her husband is a chiropractor and they have a display of these in their office now. And that made me so proud. The fact that I was able to like show up with them, not be ashamed or embarrassed of like myself, and to really be proud to put these out. So that was exciting. These are now out there, like in the public, and that is a big moment for me. On top of that, on the same very day, I got the notice that I am now officially Glow Up Vibery LLC. So I have business. Glow Up Vibery is a business and is official. So with registered trade name or doing business as Fat Girl Rock Bottom, because we're going to definitely stick with that transition because Rock Bottom started, or Glow Up started Rock Bottoms. So anyway, so that was one of my big wins. I was able to update my website without using ChatGPT. Like I'm starting to really grasp and understand like how the buttons work and how things go and how to modify. And that was really a big flex for me. And excuse the like wheezy, heavy breathing. Like I woke up and my throat was burning. But anyways, so Sabrina came to me about 2 months ago in February and said, Mom, I want to start a business. And I said, okay, what kind of business? She said, I don't know. I said, all right, well, when you have an idea and you're serious, come and see me. We'll talk. So then she tells me about a month later, I either want to do candy or I want to do soap. And I'm like, okay. Now keep in mind, my strategy with Sabrina, I do not give her the ideas. I don't say, why don't you do this? Or why don't you do that? No, because I want her to naturally come up with her ideas, because everything is better when you do it yourself. Like that pride hits different. So then last week she comes to me and says, Mama, I have an idea. And I said, what? She said, just imagine. What if when I was in the bath, I had soaps that were designed like Legos so I could build in the bath and it'd be fun since I can't take my Legos in the bath. I was like, that's a great idea. I love it. So we started going for it. She asked me, Mom, how am I going to start a business if I don't have anything to sell to make the money to start my business? I was very impressed. I said, 7 years old, and this is a question that I did not ask myself until well into my 20s or 30s. So I explained to her investors. She spoke to Uncle Chicken. He invested. She spoke to me. I invested. So she had $120, 60 from each, to start her business. Yesterday we made a practice batch and she said, Mama, because we don't have the Lego mold yet because they're on the way. We had to order them. Michael's didn't have them, neither did Hobby Lobby. She said, what if I don't just do building blocks? What if I do toys in general? And I was like, okay. So we took some of my different molds that I have, and she has some of her own that she bought. And she made, oh, this isn't the dinosaur one. She made 7 different variations of Tropical Paradise miniature play soaps. There's a little Triceratops. This one is the dinosaur. She has game controllers, like Xbox, Nintendo. She has butterflies. She has unicorns. She has everything except for Legos because they're on the way. But she has a brand. Playful Suds by Sabrina. I donated her some of my Glow Up Vibery containers. We have our ingredients and our warning label because We're proper business owners. And since it is a byproduct of Glow Up Vibery, these are now available on the Glow Up Vibery website. And I am so stinking proud of her. She made her first sales yesterday. That was my biggest win of the entire week, because my daughter not only understands how to start a business, how to take an idea and make it a reality, but she understands that mama's going to be there to support her dreams and to make it happen. Even if it meant I had to get up early today to make all my wax melts, because I sent out my street team kits last week. I sent out my sample packs last week. Samples are available by request. I will pay for shipping if you're getting a sample. I don't think I have to say this, but one sample pack per person, because I can't afford to supply your smell goods. But I got all that out, and I ran out of waxes. I forgot what I was saying for a second. I ran almost all the way out of my wax melt, so I had to hurry up and make some more. But we did that. Sabrina has her own brand. I've got my own brand inside of a practice now. We're looking at going to street fairs. We're looking at farmers markets. We're looking at the fair. We're looking at places because we are out here. Besides that, it was a very trying week, but we made it. Our glow up's done. This is week 6 completed. Week 7's on the way. We're doing 22 of everything this week. 22 squats. It doesn't sound terrible until you're dying at 18. Anyways, if you're watching this and you got all the way to the bottom, let me know what your wins were this week and where your glow up journey is headed. On that note, catch you on the flip side. Bye. You already know.